Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Put your hands lifted up, say. With your hands lifted up, say it like this. Take the limits off. Take the limits off. Take the limits off. Release me. Release me. Oh, take the limits off. Take the limits off. Take the limits off. Release me. Oh, release me. Oh, take the limits off. Take the limits off. Take the limits off.
What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, Chicago? Yes, sir, yes, sir. It's Praise Break Friday. Y'all ready? Let's go. Yes, sir, it's the hottest radio show in the land. Taking the Limits Off Radio is on the air. That's right, we are on the air broadcasting live. As always, live, always live from the historic Ebenezer Missionary Baptist Church. That's right, we're broadcasting from the birthplace of gospel music. And as always, it's your boy, your host, the one, the only Dr. Dana L. King in the studio with you today, man. I'm excited to be here on this rainy, who ordered this mess on this rainy Friday evening here in Chi-Town. But as always, I am glad to be here at the birthplace of gospel music broadcasting here. Man, we got a great show for you today. I hope y'all ready for it. We got a great show for you today, simply entitled 8 Keys to Personal Prayer. 8 Keys to Personal Prayer. I hope y'all ready for it because I know I am. It's going to be a great show. So come on, sit back, get ready, get excited, and join in with us today on this great show. But look, maybe it's your first time listening, first time watching, first time viewing. You never know. Might be your first time in this thing. We're going to give you an opportunity to be a part of the show. If it's your first time listening and viewing, let me help you out real quick. All you got to do is dial 323-870-4375. That is the call-in number, 323-870-4375 is the call-in number. You push 1, that'll get you to my producer on the other side of the glass, the best producer in the land, the one, the only Latanya Michelle King, taking all of your calls, emails, letters, complaints, all that. All that go over there. Send it over there. Don't send it to me. It's 323-870-4375. If you're listening to me at Blog Talk Radio, same thing. Call in 323-870-4375. 4375 is your call-in number. If you want to email the show, you can email the show, the TTLO show at ttlomedia.net. Again, it's the TTLO show at ttlomedia.net. Looking forward to hearing from you guys that way. Again, you can email the show to TTLO show at ttlomedia.net. If you want to follow us on social media, you can do that as well. You can tweet the show. You can tweet the show at TTLO Radio. That's right. You can tweet the show at TTLO Radio. That's 2 T's, 1 L, 1 O. TTLO Radio is where you can tweet the show. If you want to follow us on IG, follow us on Instagram, follow us on the gram at TTLO Radio. You can follow us on the gram at TTLO Radio. Same thing, 2 T's, 1 L, 1 O. TTLO Radio is where you can find us on Instagram. If you want to follow us on Facebook.com. That's /TTLO Radio. Facebook.com /TTLO Radio is where you can find us there. And I know the live streams are coming on right now. You can find us on Facebook Live. Thank you so much to my Facebook Live watchers and viewers right now. Go ahead and drop something in the chat. Let me know where you're watching from. Facebook Live, Facebook.com /TTLO Radio. Drop us a line. Let us know where you're praising the Lord from. Let us know. We want to share in that worship with you. So let us know where you are praising God from at this moment. For those of you watching on YouTube, we thank you already. We thank you in advance. Somebody look at your neighbor and say, thank him in advance. We thank you in advance for watching on YouTube. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and then turn your notifications on. If you don't already have your notification, that goes for Facebook as well, because there's a little message comes up that says, do you want to know when they go live? Just say yes. It doesn't matter which page you're watching on. If you're watching on the Facebook page, the TTLO Facebook page, if you're watching on my personal page, if you're watching on Latanya Melton's page, if you're watching on the Ebenezer Missionary Baptist Church page, like all of those, whichever page you're watching on, like that page, hit that follow button, do what's necessary to keep up with us. We'll be so glad for you to be a part of the TTLO family. Also, don't forget, we are an iHeartRadio partner. What does that mean? That means you can find us on the iHeartRadio network. If you have the iHeartRadio app, or if you have the iHeartRadio downloaded on your computer or in your car, all you got to do is do a simple search for the TTLO Media Group on iHeartMedia. Do a search for the TTLO Media Group. Not only will you find the TTLO radio show, but you'll also find Healthy Soul Talk every Tuesday with your girl, Dr. Kimberly Thomas. She had a powerful show last night. It was a great show. I hope you got a chance to check it out. The leading lady from this church, the Ebenezer Missionary Baptist Church, was on. Dr. Pamela Person was on last night. They were discussing the mental well-being, the mental side of abortions and how it affects women mentally, and the questions that they get asked, and the aftermath, the before and the after. It was a great conversation. So if you didn't get a chance to listen to it or watch it, feel free to go back. You can do a simple search for Healthy Soul Talk, or if you're watching this via TTLO Media Group, any of the pages that you're watching this on right now, you can go back and find that show from last night. It was a great show. Kudos. Thank you again, Dr. Pam, for taking some time out to hang out with us crazy folks here in the studio. Hope you didn't go home and talk about us too bad, but we had a good time in the studio last night. And I ain't gonna tell how you was in here juking to the music, because she was getting it, y'all. First lady got a little rhythm, huh? She got a little rhythm, boy. The little song, boy, came on, and that head start. I'm like, that ain't no Baptist head nod now. Come on. But we was having a good time last night. So again, thank you. Great show, Dr. Pam and Dr. Kimberly Thomas. Also, my brother, Pastor Harold D. Washington, has a show called The Kitchen Chronicles. It's every Tuesday, somewhere around 7:15, 7:30. Every Tuesday, you can catch my brother's show. He has a great show, man. He feeds your spirit and your stomach all at the same time, man. It's nothing like getting the word preached to you and feeding your spirit man and your flesh man at the same time, huh? So it's a good show. Also, you can find us on iTunes, Spotify, anywhere you can download a podcast, you can find us there. Amen, amen, amen. So, let me see. Out the gate, it's Friday. I'm going to talk about this weather for a hot second. First of all, it's cold up in here. I know folks done cut the heat off, but it's cold around these parts. I saw a whole lot of posts. Shout out to Reggie Roy. I don't know if Tanya, did you see? So I told you about Reggie Roy's post yesterday, right? The one where he said, I said what I said, and the heat not coming on.
Yes, sir.
Right. So today he said, I'm gonna go and turn this heat on a little bit, just knock this chill off. And don't nobody tell me I said what I said yesterday.
But he said it.
Yeah, but it's cold. Wait a minute, my mama cut her heat on. She said, I had to. I said, you had to. I said, what happened? She said, boy, it was cold. I was like, oh, okay. So she turned her heat on. So I hey, I slept comfortable though. Because you know what, after being hot and not turning the air and all that stuff on, I slept real comfortable. I think I might have got under the sheet for a hot minute. I was good. I wasn't too bad. But it was good though. But this weather though, this is crazy. This is May the what? The 28th? We've had this before in May though. We've had this weather before in May. I don't know if it was this late in May that it was this cold, but we've had this before in May. So I just want y'all look, man. And you know the one good thing about it, I said this to LaTanya earlier. I didn't see a whole bunch of people on the street. Maybe the amount of shootings will be down for the evening. I'm just saying. Maybe the amount of pillaging and violence that goes on in our special city, maybe that'll go away for a while. So. But that's that. Man, look, I am so excited about this upcoming. Let me get this announcement in. Two things. I first want to say I should have played some. Hold on. I know they're gonna give me. Facebook gonna get mad at me. Google, I didn't call your name.
She felt like you did.
I know, right? Ain't nobody said nothing. Man, straight eavesdropping. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So I want to say a big shout out to, what is this thing doing? Oh, okay, I can't find nothing. All right. So I want to send a big shout out because there was a birthday today, and I want to help the people, help me celebrate. I don't know if she is on here or not, but I want to say this real quick. Let me pull it up on Facebook real quick. Where is it? Let me do it while the music is playing before Facebook do something crazy and talk about something. We decided to do this. Here we go. I want to say happy. Y'all ready for this? Can you share my she got 3. Okay, we're gonna have to get her help her get her profile together so we know which one she gonna use. But anyway, because she got 3 profiles now. But I want to say happy birthday to my friend and my favorite. Let me go ahead and say, I know we ain't supposed to have favorites, but I'm gonna say it anyway. My favorite Bible study student. My favorite Bible study student. And according to Facebook, she turned 96 today. So happy birthday to Sister Sally Hogan here at the Ebenezer Missionary Baptist Church. She turned 96 today. A whole 96. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying. A whole 96. Can I share my, let me see if it's going to let you do it. I want to see if it's going to let you do it. I want to share my screen with you real quick. Let me see if it'll act right. Oh, I probably not on the right Wi-Fi though, am I? Let me see. Cause she turned a whole 96 today. Let me tell y'all something. She is as smart as a whip. She still got all her faculties about herself. She is a Bible reader. She is an avid Bible reader. She studies the Word. I love our interactions in my Thursday Sunday school, my Thursday Bible study class. She just keeps it real all the time. So again, I don't know why I can't find the TTL05 on my Wi-Fi over here for some reason. Oh, there it is. But she turned 96 today, 96 years old. So man, you can't beat that. Again, celebration to Sister Sally Hogan. I was gonna try to put a picture up here, but my connecting to the Wi-Fi is taking forever, so don't worry about that. But let me kill that before Facebook decides to do something different. Okay, so now it's up. You see, let me refresh. Do you see it on the display one over there or no?
No, sir.
No, sir, you don't. She like, no, sir. it ain't working. What about now? Still no? Okay. That's weird. But anyway, again, happy birthday, Sister Sally Hogan. All right, so I was about to make this great announcement, but I think I'm going to, if my producer is ready, I think I'm going to take a quick commercial break. That's what we're gonna do. Or maybe I should wait. Let me see. Let me look and see something real quick. Let me see. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do this real quick. We're gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna let this speak for itself, and then we will come right back. You good? Nope, because I didn't warn in time. All right.
You didn't warn me in time.
I did
but
not.
I am good.
If you're good, let's give me a thumbs up. Let me know when you're good, and we'll be good to go. All right, y'all. Be right back. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Dr. Dana L. King from the TTLO Radio Show. I am excited to bring you this very special event. TTLO Radio and Unlimited Faith Productions are bringing to you All Men Lifted. When was the last time we celebrated fathers? Huh? I know we get bad reputations and, we get labeled this and labeled that, but this is the chance to celebrate fathers. If there's a special guy in your life, maybe you are a father and you want to celebrate yourself. Maybe your father is still around and you want to bring your father out and hang out with your pops. It's a great event. It's going to be at the Country Club Hills Theater on June 19th at 4 p.m. Bring out that special guy in your life. Maybe you're married to a great father. Maybe you are a great father. Maybe wives, this is your chance to figure out, what am I going to do for Father's Day? Here is an opportunity to come out, hang out with some other fathers, man. We're going to have a great time. And then what's going down? What's going down? Let me tell you what's going down. LaNasia Tyson, that's right, Chicago's own LaNasia Tyson will be headlining this event. But she ain't the only one. Lisa McClendon is coming to Chicago, Country Club Hills, but Lisa McClendon is coming to Chicago for this event. And then we got DJ Debo on the ones and twos. It's going to be amazing. I'm excited to hear what this brother gonna do on the ones and twos, because I want to give him a dance song. And then DJ Cool Out will be hosting the event for you guys that entire evening. So look, tickets, VIP tickets are $50, general admission tickets are $30. There isn't a bad seat in the house. If you've never been to the Country Club Hills Theater, just take a look at some of the little pictures we shot while we were out there. They might be on the screen right now. I got a good producer, so I know they probably are. But look, on June 19th, Country Club Hills Theater, get yourself a VIP ticket. You'll get to hang out in the VIP lounge. That means you'll get to meet possible celebrities. You'll get to hang and hobnob. Look, we still gonna be socially distant, but look, if y'all got y'all vaccine, if you got your vaccine, then you should be good to go. Come hang out with us at the Country Club Hills Theater, June 19th, Father's Day weekend. That's also Juneteenth. So come with your best Wakanda Forever gear on. We're gonna celebrate our blackness. We're gonna celebrate fathers. We're gonna lift up all men. So not just fathers, all men lifted. June 19th. Don't meet me there. Beat me there. I see y'all June 19th. Let's go.
Oh, I feel so good.
Great. Again, big shout out to my producer on her production skills. We filmed that last week. I'm mad my collar was sticking out like that though. You know, I'm
It
extra.
was that Saturday Night Fever.
I'm
vibe.
mad my collar on that one side was sticking
Saturday
out.
Night
You,
Fever.
why you ain't see that?
Fever.
You ain't say nothing about
Saturday
that.
Night Fever.
But you ain't saying nothing about that one
All I
collar.
knew was a gold chain.
Why was that collar sticking out like that though? Anyway, look, it is the All Men Lifted event. Thank you all so much. I hope you all are getting your tickets. Thank you for everybody who's already bought tickets. Some people went back and bought more. God bless y'all. Thank you out to Victory Cathedral. Not Victory Cathedral. What's the name of the church? Let me get the name of the church right. But they purchased come on. Let me get it real quick. Here it is. Come on. All right. Victory Cathedral, they purchased 10 tickets. I want to shout out to the pastor over there. They purchased 10 VIP tickets. Huh? Y'all don't hear what I'm saying. They purchased 10 VIP tickets. Here we go. They were my man. That boom. Now I had that in here. Now I don't see it. But he purchased, Okay. Yeah, he purchased 10 VIP tickets. And I am so excited. I'm just grateful that we were able to get that done. Again, it's going to be a great show. I want to get the name of the church right. Why is the emails like missing now or something? But
she moves them into a folder.
oh, in the email?
Yeah, she told you that. You
I
don't pay
I
attention.
missed all that. Okay. Thank you. Okay, cool. But yeah, I am just too excited about that, man. It's a great time, and I'm excited for the people that have been buying the tickets, man. So it's gonna be a good show. Man, I'm ready. June 19th. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna wear though, because it's gonna be. I try to do scoot up on the weather a little bit, but the weather only went out to like the 12th. So I'm trying to get like a sneak preview of the weather, because I would rather not be on fire out there. But you know, I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good, because you know I was gonna wear some velvet.
I know where I'm sitting at
Where you sitting at?
in the VIP lounge.
For the whole concert?
Huh?
Exactly. Oh God. Anyway, let me get a little news. Let me get a little news out the way, if you don't mind. Real quick. So I saw that they were trying to pass trying to get the bill passed today to launch the commission on what happened on January 6th about the insurrection that happened. And as usual, my good conservative buddies decided, oh, we don't need to talk about that no more. we don't need to have no commission. We don't need to talk about what happened no more. Y'all want to use that to fight us at the election time. So because y'all want to use it to fight us at the election time, we not going to elect no commission, because it's going to come back to bite us at election time. You think? It's going to come back to bite you regardless. And the more y'all try to fight it and act like y'all didn't have nothing to do with it, the worse it's going to be. Y'all could at least let the commission, it was supposed to be it was going to be 10 people, 5 Democrats, 5 Republicans. So it would have been a bipartisan group of people for this committee to probe, to find out what happened and everything else. And they fought it all the way through and blocked it. We needed 6 more Republicans to jump ship, and they would not do it. And again, this is the Senate at its best. So y'all voted these people in here, or y'all didn't vote and y'all let them folks get in there. So again, when the time comes, do what's necessary. Because again, look, if I want the same vigor that they went after Hillary's emails, all the money they wasted going after Hillary's emails, and we still didn't find, even when they got the emails and the stuff they found, wasn't nothing in there. So I want the same, where's that same energy? Huh? Where's that same energy y'all used to go after Hillary's emails? I want that same energy to go after these folks that broke in the Capitol. And the police were there. The ones that were beat up, they came to the Capitol to say, we want this probe. And they still told them no. Felicia said, I see you put them T-shirts up for the next couple of days. Man, look here. You know, I was ready to be in the good polo. And Polo said, no, not today. Not today. Y'all lucky I ain't got my hood on it because the back of my head cold up in this joint too. Because they didn't cut the heat off around these parts, and I don't blame them because the heating bill is a little ridiculous. But I'm trying to man. Look at here, huh? It's cold. But anyway, so they blocked that. I'm not surprised. Let me change course a little bit. Let me change course a little bit. Because I want to talk about for a moment. A lot of times, there is this deal where there's this thing about people not wanting to talk about the history. This country only wants to talk about the parts of history that show this country in a good light. I'm probably not going to go well with this. So Tanya, disclaimer time. So let me put that up there so I can read it out loud. I need to record it so I can just that's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do that when we get some downtime. We'll record this reading it so that way I don't have to read it on the air. But when I see it on my screen, I'll read it. Maybe I should just get you send me a picture of it and I'll just have it going forward. But anyway, there is this need by people in this country, this desire to not discuss the things. Let me read this real quick. The opinions and beliefs and viewpoints expressed by the various authors and forum participants on this website and show do not necessarily reflect the opinions, beliefs, and viewpoints of Ebenezer Missionary Baptist Church or its leadership. Thank you very much. All right, so got that out the way. They don't want to remember the things that don't put us in a good light. They don't want to shine any light on the huge amount of discretions that the people in this country did to folks that look like me, to brown people, and to the Native Americans that were here. They don't want to discuss that. They don't want you to discuss it. They don't want you to bring it up in schools. They don't want you to have any thoughts about it at all. They want us to stop bringing it up. And I find it interesting that in this day and age, that I shouldn't say interesting. I find it. I just think it's an amazing situation that we're in. That even now, because people want to teach what happened, because people want to educate people to make sure we have the full story, that they're denying people. I don't know if you guys know this or not. The young lady who formed or created the 1619 Project, her name is Hannah Jones. Hannah Jones. She is now being denied tenure at the University of North Carolina because of the fact that she wants to push the 1619 Project. Let me read this news report. It says Nicole Hannah Jones, the Pulitzer Prize winning creator of the 1619 Project, alerted the University of North Carolina this week that she may soon file a discrimination lawsuit over its decision to deny her tenure. Attorneys for Hannah Jones, which includes lawyers with the NAACP Legal Defense Fund, sent the school letter Thursday with a record retention notice in preparation for possible litigation. UNC has lawfully discriminated against Ms. Hannah Jones based on the content of her journalism and scholarship and because of her race. The attorney said in a statement, "We will fight to ensure that her rights are vindicated." The dispute between Hannah Jones and UNC arose this month after the school's board of trustees appeared to downgrade a job offer to her amid outside pressure from conservatives. The board declined to offer tenure, which has been extended to prior candidates for the same position. Instead, Hannah Jones received a 5-year contract with an option for a 10-year review. Though her lawyers argue that Hannah Jones' credentials exceed those of past recipients of tenure, which effectively amounts to a career-long appointment. Critics accuse the board of buckling to outside pressure from opponents of the 1619 Project. a multimedia examination of the U.S. history and race relations that Hannah Jones spearheaded in 2019 for the New York Times Magazine. The project described its aim as seeking to reframe the country's history by placing the consequences of slavery and the contributions of Black Americans at the very center of our national narrative. Now, watch this. This woman earned her master's degree from UNC's journalism school in 2003. And she said she had no desire to bring turmoil or political firestorm to the university that she loves, but I'm obligated to fight back against a wave of anti-democratic suppression that seeks to prohibit the free exchange of ideas, silence Black voices, and chill free speech. I know Tanya told me we may be doing the robot thing tonight. Yeah, we might be doing the robot. We may be doing the robot deal over there, and we gonna get it figured out. I'm not sure we don't know what the cause is, but we gonna figure it out. We don't know if it's Comcast or what, but it's something crazy going on. Here is the situation though. This project, the 1619 project, this is them trying to whitewash history. Now, they'll turn around and say that, they want to keep the monuments up. And I'm going to tell y'all, I told y'all this before, I was never a fan of tearing down the monuments. I was never a fan of tearing down the monuments. I just believe the plaques on the monuments needed to be adjusted. I believe if there was going to be a monument up to someone at a national park, whether it be Thomas Jefferson or whoever, it should say he was the whatever president of the United States, or he was this, that, or the third. And it should also say that he or she owned hundreds of slaves, or they were prominent in the slave trade, or they were prominent in this. They were prominent in keeping Black folks locked up. They were. I just add the caveat. I'm gonna say the same thing I said about like with baseball. They don't want to put the steroid people in the Hall of Fame. Put them in there. Just put an asterisk next to it. They were accused of steroids. Just put an asterisk next to it. Say they were accused of steroids. Because that's an accusation. This history of the United States is fact. This is fact.
Can't change nothing while it's on.
So it's amazing to me why we are, or how rather we are in a situation where they want to whitewash history to the point that they don't want us or other people to realize what they did. The world knows what happened in this country. The world knows. And I think they're trying to hide it from their children or hide it from whoever. You can't whitewash history. I don't care how white you try to make it. I don't care how sanitized you try to make it. You can sanitize it all day long. It is what it is. Can I say it like I feel it? And that's why I'm glad we put that disclaimer up earlier. You can spray all the Lysol in the world on a pile of crap. Woo, I said that so wonderfully because it almost come out the other way. But you can spray all the Lysol you want on a pile of crap. At the end of the day, it's still a pile of crap. Huh? You can't change what it is. You can spray, look, you can antiseptic, you can put Lysol on it, you can pour bleach on it, you can pour ammonia on it, you can pour your Clorox, your Tide, Febreze it all day long. It's still a pile of crap. There's nothing you can do to clean up this history. I'm sorry. And I said all that to say because we're coming up on the anniversary of the Tulsa riots, the complete destruction of Black Wall Street. We're coming up on that. And the people in power would have us not want to mention it at all. And it all started because, once again, like Rosewood, a white woman, Sarah Page, was accused she accused a 19-year-old Richard Rowland of sexually of assaulting her. He was accused of assaulting her. She was a elevator operator in a building on Drexel, and then after the rumor spread that's what happened. Rumor spread through the city that they were going to try to lynch Rowland, and thus the riot started. Just like Rosewood, that woman did accuse somebody, lied to her husband because she was doing something else, lied to her husband, and started a whole riot. And unfortunately, because we were treated so unfairly, we'll never know the exact amount of people that were lost. We'll never know the exact amount of people that died. Because right now, history tells us that it was 800 plus people that were injured. Serious injuries, the exact number is they have no idea. Because, of course, we weren't given the opportunity to, our numbers were already jaded and screwed up anyway. So we were never given the opportunity to go beyond what. We were never given the opportunity to go beyond whatever was put in the media, right? That's just like now, if you do some research on the history of Rosewood, you'll find out that they'll say only 10 people died, even though there are records from people who were there who say that it was in the hundreds. It was in the hundreds. But the Tulsa riots, this was simply an excuse to burn down black businesses. Simply an excuse to burn down and destroy black businesses. Black wealth was completely wiped out. Almost completely wiped out. 18 hours. 18 hours, y'all. 18 hours. From May 31st to June 1st in 1921, a white mob attacked the residents and the homes and businesses of a predominantly black Greenwood neighborhood in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And most of the news reports were shut down. Most of the news reports back then were shut down as to hide it because they knew what it would look like. And then what ends up happening is, as black folks who live through it tell the story, it becomes a folk tale. Oh, that's just black folks. Oh, they just still complaining. Oh, they just mad. Oh, they just this. That's the history. $100,000 people in that city, and most of the city had about 10,000 black residents who lived in a neighborhood called Greenwood. And that neighborhood is what was referred to as Black Wall Street. Self-contained, huge, beautiful area. Just imagine almost take Bronzeville here in Chicago and add more businesses to it, more affluent businesses to it, and all of these professional class black folks building their own, running their own black banks, black black realtors, black plumbers, black electricians, black ran unions. All throughout those areas, completely wiped out in 18 hours. In America. This was not a foreign country. This was not someplace in Nicaragua. This was none of those things. So I mean, again, uh, it's one of those things where, you know, we are constantly. I don't care how much they say we're advancing. I don't care how much, you know, how much you see us on television, right? How much you see us on TV shows, how many Oscars we win, how many shows you blacken so that we feel like we're a part, how many black hosts you make host, how many black newscasters you make. All of those things don't mean a hill of beans if you don't own what you did. It means nothing if you don't own what you did. Nothing. And at some point, it's gotta and we have to rebuild, and unfortunately, we have to rebuild that wealth. That's why it's so important to own your own stuff. It's so important to own your own. If you're a homeowner, do whatever you got to do to keep that house. Keep that land. Do whatever you got to do. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now. In some cases, if it comes down to your house or your car, keep your house. You can get another car. Cars come a dime a dozen. But that land is limited. That land is limited. It is so necessary that you and I keep our own our own, build our own. And I know a lot of times, you know, we can, I am, you know, look, I'm all for supporting, let me say it like this. I'm all for supporting good black businesses. I know that time is coming. You know, it's about to be, you know, we coming up on June, and we finna be, you know, blackity black on black for Juneteenth. But at the same time, I'm all for supporting good black businesses. But we need more of them. Right? We need our own black television stations. You know, it was great when you know, Oprah bought a TV station, but, you know, some of Oprah's main stuff is no longer even on the OWN network anymore. BET is not black owned. Ain't been black owned in a long time. Viacom, when did Viacom? Viacom bought BET. Let me see. Viacom bought BET, let's see, 2006. In 2006, Viacom bought BET. I'm sorry, in 2000. In 2000, Johnson and his partners sold BET for $3 billion to Viacom. So yeah, we made a new billionaire, but the station that's for black people is now owned by white people. And I'm not knocking people for building a business and selling it, but maybe I'm looking at it wrong, because I know are there some capitalists watching? I know there's some. Help me out. I mean, can you sell some of the interest in it, but still own it? Can you sell like 49% and still be the one, and you still own 51, so you still own it and still have access, but still have the final say on what comes across the airwaves? That's a legitimate question. God bless you. Thank you so much. Felicia says, I think it will probably get pushed to the side because that last I checked, everybody's just been racing. Yeah, okay. I'm cool with this. I think they showed too much. Last thing I see amazing about us was Black Panther. Stop it. How you doing, elect lady? Hey, Malia. That's everybody. Yeah, that's ones that I can see. I know it's more y'all in here. Y'all ain't said nothing, so I can't speak back. But I just find it. I just find it so. We don't have the places where the money is being made, we're still making the money for folks that don't look like us. Right? So it's so important that you own your own stuff. Right? I think we talked about this. Were we on the air or were we just talking, period? About we were talking about the whole Ray Charles and James Brown owning their masters. Were we on the air or were we just talking? Huh?
We were just talking.
Okay. So, like that like even in the music industry, right? Most of these people don't own the rights to their own music. One of the things that Michael Jackson was well known for and that Prince fought for was owning their own music. What's wrong?
No.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying it's very, very true. And they've been owning masters they've been doing that since the beginning. Ever since they were able to record in the back room, they made sure, those singers made sure that they own their masters. Unlike,
wasn't that part of the deal with the Ma Rainey movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
She hadn't signed.
Right.
She had not signed, so they couldn't move forward and everything else like that. And what's crazy is if that's what's been going on, what's been going on since the beginning. How come as Black people how come we didn't take that information and keep it going?
Yeah.
Own your masters so nobody else will own. And you know what? It's just not us that it's happening to. It happens to the Taylor Swifts and everything else like that. To the point that
she re-recorded her
she re-recorded all her albums and they still selling as if they were brand new.
Right.
She just did it. She just opened up remixes.
Yeah. And again, when it comes to us, where are how is it possible? I know there's the green, is it green? What's the name of the bank that hasn't opened yet? But is it Green?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's a Black-owned bank. I signed up for it and so I could, when they finally do open, I can throw $1 or $2 in there, but we don't own everything where the power base is and the power brokers are. We are not there. We're not there.
Or we're not informed, or we're not.
That's part of it. Part of it is not being
What's
informed.
His name? Darryl Bell.
Darryl Bell.
From School Days and
Different World. Darryl Bell. Got it.
He literally ran through his father's money once his father died. Because his father owned, I think he owned a bank or something, but he wasted that man's money and everything else like that. We are not savvy enough, and then we know to and we get taken advantage of. Don't let anybody take advantage of you.
And because we get so I often go back to the story of Ron from Different World, Ron. I often go back to the story of Muhammad Ali and how we as Black people get so enamored with cash because we were without for so long. We get so enamored with cash, the right now, what I have in front of me, not 10 years down the line, but right now. I don't know if you ever heard the story. I don't know if I shared it on here before. Maybe I did. There was a fight. Y'all remember the fight, the Thriller in Manila? The Thriller in Manila. That was the Ali Foreman fight. That was the Ali Foreman fight. And they had, was that the, yeah, there was an Ali Foreman fight. And they were over there in the midst of all of this. Don King put this fight on over in Africa. And they had this huge fight. And they were supposed to be guaranteed $5 million apiece for this fight. That's how much money they were supposed to get, $5 million. Don King, and again, we do it to each other. Don King got all this money from Africa, all these money from these different alliances that put on because he promoted the fight. He got all this money from the closed circuit cable companies to broadcast it. And Ali never saw the $5 million. George Foreman didn't get his, but Ali never saw the $5 million. And the story goes, Ali went to sue Don King. He sued Don King for his money. And so after Ali lost to Larry Holmes, y'all remember it's one of Ali's last fights. He fought Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes almost beat Ali to death. The story goes, Ali is laying in the hospital, like ribs broke, jaw broke, concussion, everything. Don King, members of the Nation of Islam who were calling themselves his advisors, come into Ali's room, offer Ali, I think it was somewhere between $30,000 and $50,000 in cash in a briefcase, and bring it in the room. And they convinced Ali to sign a paper saying that he was going to drop the lawsuit and he would never bring the charges against Don King again. And Don King got away by only paying him between $30,000 and $50,000 when he owed the man $5 million. Go ahead.
It's just like I mean, I don't know how accurate the words were, but what was that when in the New Edition movie? He's like, the black man said it's just the way he said it's just the way it is, and you're going to do it too.
Right.
And did he not do it to ABC and Boyz II Men and everything else like that?
Michael Bivins.
Has it not happened to Pebble? I mean TLC and everything else.
Yeah.
Has it not happened to Snoop Dogg? Has it not happened to? It has happened, and it keeps happening.
Even with and what happened with the rappers. You remember the story, Dr. Dre told the story about he had his masters, and what was it, Suge Knight showed up at his house and made him like sign something so that he wouldn't, so that Suge owned his masters. He signed over so he could own the rights to all the stuff that Dre had produced. Mm-hmm. Right? So again, we do it to ourselves. We're already under the 8 ball from a group of people who really don't want to see us, from a system that doesn't want to see us get ahead. Not even get ahead. They don't want to see us even. Can we just tell the truth? They don't even want to see us even. Go ahead.
We're our own crabs in the barrel.
But we are.
We are very much so our own crabs in the barrel. Like, if you take the Latino people and everything else, how they get homes. Like, you can't be mad at the invasion. I ain't mad at it. Like, I'm not mad at the invasion. I'm not mad at the boundary line of how Humboldt Park now comes to Chicago Avenue. I'm not mad anymore because they done it right. They sit in the house of 10 people and everything else, and they get their money together, and then they buy they buy a building. Yeah. And then therefore after that, then they buy another house down the street. Just like those people I'm complaining about their commercial van being on my block. They started off in a 2-flat.
Right.
Now one of the family members is now down the street in the house. Mm-hmm. And that's what they do. The only black people I've seen do that is this dancer where he built his home. And he built it separately for all his family members that they feel like they all have like a separate home.
Yeah.
But he saved all that money. We cannot do that. We are against ourselves. We're too busy looking at what the next one is doing and how they do that, and instead of helping each other accumulate wealth and everything, or build generational wealth.
That's that. Man,
and then we don't have the right relationship with money as well.
We don't, because we rather look rich than be rich. That'll preach by itself.
One of my coworkers, she said this: you know, because she drives a high end car. She was
Mm-hmm.
like, girl, she's up there like, you know, she's up there she's like we not rich, we acting rich, but we poor and everything else like that. And she owned that. She owned it just to drive this high end car. She owned, like, you know, that like all her glitters is not gold.
I saw a person. Maybe I say it. I saw a person at the at a place that you and I both know very well, at the school, and they had on some Christian Louboutin gym shoes.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
That's what they doing?
Christian Louboutin gym shoes. And I know for a fact, just based on conversation that you and I have had, that they should not even own a pair of Christian Louboutin gym shoes. But they came up on some of that, you know, that extra money and said, I'm going to get me a pair of $800 gym shoes.
Oh.
Yeah. I said, wow. Wow. I mean, but again, we don't have, it's like you said, we don't have the right relationship with money. Wait a minute, what Felicia said, I got to go, I would not co-sign for them. One thing we do know about oppressed people is that when you can't enjoy true freedom, you surround yourself with the symbolisms of freedom, cars, money, and clothes. That's it. That's it. We have all, and you know what? And I learned this at an early age. Don't get me wrong. I like nice clothes. I've never owned a luxury car, and that's by choice. I mean, let me make that real clear. I've never owned a luxury car. That's by choice. Because see, here is why I never owned a luxury car. Let me say this. I don't want a Mercedes unless I can get the top of the line Mercedes. I don't want the little, what is that, the C? Is it the C or the E? I think it's the E.
I don't speak cars.
You don't speak car. Is it the E class? I don't want that. Right? I don't want that. I because see, this has always been my mindset. Why buy a bottom of the line this so I can say I have this? I have a Mercedes. Or I can take that same money and buy the top of the line something else, and at least I'm getting all of the stuff that I can't even afford to get in the Mercedes. Right? But I was going somewhere with this, and I've said the same thing too about, you know, I like nice clothes. I'm not a big jewelry dude. I got some earrings, but I earned them. I earned them, bad boys. And that's it. And the only gold that I wear is the chain around my neck. And I didn't buy that. That was a gift from my great grandmother. So, but I say all that to say, here is the deal. We would rather have $20,000 worth of purses, but not $20,000 in the bank. We would rather have a $30,000 wardrobe, but not $30,000 in the bank. We'd rather walk around constantly having $2,000 and $3,000 in our pockets, but not be able to go and grab 30. You know, can you go get 2,000? Here's the thing, and this has always been my issue, and I always use, ladies, please don't jump on me for this, but this is what I say about the Gucci bags and all of that stuff. And, you know, don't get me wrong, there's some nice bags. There's one I saw a nice backpack that I do want. But here is the situation. I don't have a problem with you going out and buying that stuff. If you work hard, I get it. People say, well, I go to work every day. I can buy what I want to buy. And you are absolutely right. My issue comes with you're walking around with a $1,500 or $3,000 purse, but you can't go to the ATM or to the bank teller and say, I need to withdraw $3,000 right now at this very moment. Something is off. Something is off. This is something I learned. I think I was 20. Let's see. I was at Comcast in Downers Grove. Well, it wasn't even Comcast at the time yet, but I was working in the Downers Grove office. So this would have had to be 1993 or 94. I wonder when Nordstrom's first came to Chicago. I wonder will Google know that? When did Nordstrom's
You
come?
have a phone call.
Oh, I do.
Yep.
We got a call.
Or maybe. I mean,
Let me look and
hopefully
see.
they didn't do it by accident.
Let me see. Where's my caller button? Is that that number look familiar? But I ain't sure. Let's see. Mic check. Caller, you're on the air.
Known Mitch McConnell for a long time. My
Oh, let me
colleague
turn
Mitch
off some of this
McConnell
stuff.
knows well.
Caller, you are on the air. Hold on, praise the Lord, while I can turn this music off. What music is this that's playing?
Check your Spotify.
Right there. Okay, go ahead, caller. You good?
Yeah, I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna get off the phone.
Come on.
I'm talking
That's
about
Felicia,
this
ain't it?
class
Yes.
stuff with black folks.
Come on.
So I was raised a little bit different. Me and my ex-husband, we was kind of raised in similar ways. We grew up in Maywood and all that type of stuff. My mother always told me, don't put money in stuff that you can't pull money out of. Meaning, expensive cars, clothes.
Right.
You buy houses, land. So we always knew that. Even, I think when my sister got her first apartment, she was like, I'm going to do this. And my mother was like, no, this is an apartment. You don't own this. Don't put money into this because the landlord going to profit, not you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, my son just recently graduated from high school.
Mm-hmm.
And so, the whole family we had a dinner, whatever. My ex-husband was there. And he had like all this gold loan and all these chains. And I was like shocked because I was like, dang, gold came back? I didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? Gold came back like this. He had like this big, huge diamond thing on. And so, we went to Papados. The bill was like $500. And so my husband paid the entire bill.
Okay.
So I was very upset. My husband, he's very humble. He's like, oh, it's cool. He said, I just thought that maybe, since he was the other guy there, he would help me out on the bill. He said, but it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So next thing I know, I'm seeing all these pictures on Facebook of him and my son, and they showing all the money the family done gave him. So in my mind, I'm really upset because you the same age I am, 42. What are you doing? And what can I say? I don't want my son to have that type of mentality.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to show you what I got. You'll see me pull up or whatever, and I'm not that kind of person anyway. So my question is it a certain type of people that does that? Because I don't work that way. I don't flash. I don't do any of that.
Mm-hmm.
Is it an age thing? I just don't get it.
Wow.
I think I don't know.
Go ahead. What you got, Tanya?
Okay, so this is, you had, I would say, re-examine your son's life and everything else. And I say this because I'm going to speak on my son. and so like, my son did not want.
I'll hang up.
All right.
I'll hang up and let y'all go. I'll
Okay.
get on
Okay.
Facebook.
Thank you for calling.
My son did not
You're
want for anything. He has not want for anything. It just came at a later date. Whatever your want was, you didn't need it right now. But it was on its way and everything because it didn't materialize when he needed it. Mm-hmm. So now that he's in the money, he has materialized everything that he ever wanted as of right now. And I just told him today, I said, you do not have a healthy relationship with money. Because right now he on a hunt right now for another check that's supposed to be coming in. And it's not even an age thing. It's about it's literally like re-examine your life. Like I come from a house whose mom 800 credit score, pay bills on time. I never had, I ain't no lights come off, and the bill she wasn't paying last month's bill this month and everything else like that. But I came from a house where I had clothes. They came from Walmart. I came from a house the clothes did not come from Carson Peary Scott. The clothes came from Carson Peary Scott. My grandmother or my aunts, they bought it and everything else like that. So when I got older, even though I know how my mom was with money, it just felt so tight that when I have a credit card with a $10,000 limit, I'm finna spend it. I'm finna spend it. I'm finna get me some pack hair. But this was before bundles came out. I'm finna get all the pack hair, and I'm finna get my hair done. Stuff that I could not do. And then and then reality sets in. Like, I gotta pay these bills and everything else like that. So it's about like what happened in your childhood. To not, it's not to say it's the parents' fault and everything else like that. It's just like, you because you went without, or you didn't have that, or you weren't fulfilled and everything else like that. I see people who are used to money and everything else like that, and so the moment they get it again and everything else, they go and buy everything that that they wanted and everything. Everybody has a different relationship with money, and sometimes it takes you either to trip up, to have that bill, that unexpected bill where they keep calling and everything else like that, to make you shape up and everything. Some people don't even want that headache in life. And I'll say this from one of my friends who told me, it costs to stay inside. So pay your bills.
Pat says, as a people, we do not have good financial literacy. This is one of the most important lessons we need to learn and teach young people. Then Felicia said, how can I teach this, Pat, if the other parent is promoting something different? Look, let me say it like this. I remember, and I think I was looking it up, but I stopped.
What's that?
While y'all was talking, I was supposed to be searching.
Searching for what?
Nordstrom's. Let me see. CHCAGO. Let's see. Oh yeah. So here we go. Yeah, in 1991. So So all right. This is when I learned this deal. So Nordstrom's came into Chicago, Oak Brook, in 1991. The Nordstrom store. That was it opened up one was in Michigan Avenue, and the other one was on at Oak Brook Center, right? So I went to Nordstrom's. I went to Oak Brook on the lunch break. I'm gonna share this story, then we're gonna move on. I went to Nordstrom's on the lunch break, and I was looking for something for a party, because I was the guy who bought I bought a new outfit every pay period. I went out and bought 2 party outfits. One for the week I was going out, and then one for the following week, and then I would buy another 2 the next pay period. So that was my routine. So I did all the time. When I say outfit, I meant full outfit, top, bottom, shoes, every time. So literally, I'm getting 4 pairs of shoes and 4 outfits a month. That was part of my mentality. I go to Nordstrom's in Oak Brook. They offer me a credit card. It's 1992. I sign up for it. Yeah, I'll take it. They gave me a $350 credit limit. Woohoo! Thought I was doing something. Give me a $300 credit limit. I'm 22, and I took the $300, $350 credit limit, and I go to and buy me some Guess jeans and a white Guess shirt. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I'm, now I'm in here, already got on probably whatever I was wearing. I think I had on a Movado watch at the time, because I loved Movado watches back then. I had on Movado watch at the time. I had on all these extra gold chains, because I used to wear a lot of gold bracelets, right? I had gold bracelets, I had gold chain on. The rope, I remember the rope chains. Yeah, I had on the Dookie rope, not a big one, but I had one. Had a nice rope chain on. The Figaro bracelets, y'all remember Figaro? I'm taking y'all way back. But I had all that on, right? And I'm in line. I got my nice gym shoe. No, I think I had my Timberlands on. So I had on some Timbs or whatever. And I'm in here, right? So I'm wearing about, outfit, jewelry and everything, I'm wearing about 500, standing in line. I see the guy in front of me, white guy, standing in front of me, had on some khaki shorts, What's them flat gym shoes? Kids?
Oh, those?
Yeah.
The boat shoes.
The boat shoes.
Mhm.
Them kids? Yeah.
Mhm.
Some kid shoes, khaki shorts, a polo shirt. It was a polo shirt, but it was polo. A polo shirt, and that was it. The only thing that dude, that older white man had on that cost money was his watch. Everything else was probably less than $100. Whole outfit. Them kid shoes didn't cost nothing at the time, and polo shirts, believe it or not, cost more now than they did then. Because the only person wearing them was white folks, because we wasn't wearing them. They didn't start going up on prices until we started wearing them. Same thing with Timberlands. And I looked at him, and I studied. We were in line for a long time, and I'm watching this guy, and I'm like, okay, this dude, and I watched. Now he was shopping with he had his wife with him, and he was shopping, and they went up, and the bill came, and the lady was like, "That's gonna be $650, whatever," and he whipped out his Nordstrom credit card, and he paid it and walked on out the door. And I said to myself, this dude don't look like he got money, but he got money. So I hurried up and paid for my jeans. I wanted to see what car he got into. Now, mine just 1992, so all I had it then was my brand new, I thought I was doing something, my Chevy Cavalier. Wonderful. Had my Chevy Cavalier. So I could run out behind him in Nordstrom's, and he go out there, and bro man pull out in a full-fledged, brand new, crispy clean Jaguar. And I said to myself, he got money, but he don't look like he got money. Whereas I'm walking around trying to look like I got money, and I ain't got no money. And I said to myself, at some point, it kicked in for me. I don't want to look like I have money, but I want to have money. and unfortunately, Felicia and Tanya and other folk, even kids, and we see it at the kids at the school. They want right now. They want right now. They don't want later. They don't want to hear you talk about when you get older. They don't want to hear you talk about down the line. They don't want to hear you talk about wait. They want to have it now because that's what they see. That's what they see. And unfortunately, I don't know where, and they get it from their peers. I don't know, and you can answer this for me. Is Taylor into high-end purses?
No.
And that's probably because you're not.
I mean, no, she cut different.
Right. No, I'm just saying.
You get one that's cut a little bit different
Right.
every now and then.
Right.
and
But I'm just
everything.
saying, I'm using her instead of Jalen because she's the girl. But I'm wondering if you were the Coach girl, the Gucci girl, the Louis girl, would she be like, ooh, let me carry that purse. Let me see this. Or I like this. Or I should have one like this too. I should have this. I should have that. Because that sometimes is the because boys normally follow by they if the dad is around or the father figure is around, they normally try to mirror that image. Unfortunately, a lot of our boys are mirroring images that they see either on television or whoever their personal influencers are. And it's just like we joked about the piercings and everything else. It's like, at some point we have to reel them back in and re-educate our children. Felicia says, my problem has always been with the black coworkers that dress sharp every day and then ask me for $10 for lunch. You ain't never lied. You can't walk up to me with no red bottoms on and then talk about, hey, can I'm $5 short. I'll give it back to you when we get paid. Oh no, let me hold that shoe. Let me get some. What size shoe you wear?
I gotta look at you differently when you standing outside. Like I said, when the whole fam got all the Jordans
Yeah,
at $200 a pop,
yeah,
and so I gotta look at you a little bit.
yeah,
A little bit different.
yeah.
When I spend, when I spend $200 on shoes, it's gonna be a surprise to you and me.
No, you spent $200 on shoes. You coming back with about 4 paddle.
I am. because I'm different. I'm different.
Your 200 went a little different than my 200.
But but I'm just saying, if I do spend it on a child, like
Right.
it's a wow moment. Like, all right, I'll take that.
Right. I get it. I get it. I just think it's unfortunately we have to do a better job of re-educating our people, and it starts at the basic level. I think middle school. I think middle school is where they are, is where somewhere in between you can either add it to social studies some kind of way, or make it into some sort of explorer class.
We had it at
where's finance? What did you have? Economics, some kind of
of course, and they did it again, like it was like reinforced again at St. Mel and everything, and mind you, St. Mel does go through middle school, so they go to K through 12, but before then they was 7 or 5th through 12, and so we did that and everything, so it's a lesson to be learned. We definitely need it. Everybody needs to even adults again need a refresher course.
I wonder.
That's why I remember doing. I'm sorry, I don't mean to tell nobody business. I had to do a family member's. I did her financial literacy for her bankruptcy.
Wow.
She still didn't get it, but I did her lesson for her so she can get through it.
Wow. I just think that's I wonder if middle school, if there was a way to teach what it would, I guess it would be called, would it be socioeconomics? Is that what it would be? Am I reading that wrong? Maybe would it be socioeconomics to the point where you can teach people about money and personal financial health at a young age, to start teaching them early. Because I can tell you right now, I remember, and I think I shared this with you, when I had those 8th graders, the first time I got those 8th graders, and we sat around and we were talking about stuff. They were talking about shoes, and I went around. We were all sitting in a circle because we do these circle up deals in the mornings, and we were all sitting in a circle. And I just went around. I started looking at the shoes, and I realized, I'm like, wow, everybody in here either got on some Jordans or they got on some Timbs. So I went around the thing, and I literally just, in my head, I just threw, if it was a Jordan, I just threw 180 on it, 200, easy, 150, 180, depending on the size of the foot, because if they're in kids' shoes, I dropped it down to like, $150, $120, but if they had feet of an adult foot, I went on and put that 200 on it, And I went around, and literally in the classroom, we literally had almost $7,000 worth of shoes in the classroom. When you count up the Timberlands and the Jordans, it's about $7,000 worth of shoes in that circle.
But couldn't pay the $250.
And so I said to them, and I was like, if y'all take the price of the shoes, $7,000. I said and for the kids, I said that's 7. Let me say it like y'all like to say it. That's 7 stacks. 7 stacks. I said, y'all would have $7,000. I said, would you rather have the $7,000 or the shoes on your feet right now? And every one of them said, man, I'll take the money. I'll take the money, Mr. King. I'll take the money. I said, okay, that tells me something. And I think if we broke it down just that simply to the kids, not in 8th grade, but 5th grade, and we said, hey, look, here is this situation. Yes, I know you want these shoes. But what if you said, hey, Mom, I'll wait on the Jordans. But if you're going to buy me these Jordans, start a college fund for me. Take that $250 and start a college fund for me. Or start me a bank account. Can I put that $250 in my bank? Because if she was going to buy the Jordans for the $200, then she wasn't expecting to get that $200 back. So that means that $200 should be okay sitting in a savings account. Or buy it in a bond or something. That way I know you can't spend it. When you get shot, you go rob my account. But what I'm saying is, it would start to teach our kids at a young age how to manage money, and they would be at a greater, they would at least be on equal footing. They would at least be on equal footing when it came time to them to make their own decisions. Pat says personal finance, yes, middle school is a great time to start. She said these must be these new age mothers. We only got new shoes during tax time. My mom, what happened? Yeah, it's this. No, that's new age, Felicia, because they get them.
I'm not gonna say it's new age because I'm gonna take my cousin she just turned 30.
How old is the kid?
My cousin is 30, so her mom is like, she just turned 50.
Okay, but how old is your cousin's kids that's 30?
The kids are, what's that, 8 and 10?
So she a new mama though.
She a new mama, but this is what was taught in her house.
Okay.
So my cousin is a product of my uncle, and so, her mom bought shoes like she was buying. Let me see. What is something that you buy consecutively? Like toilet paper.
Okay.
She kept 3 kids in all the latest shoes.
Okay.
This is what she know. My uncle was not that guy.
Okay.
But she did keep those kids in the latest shoes.
Okay.
And I mean, it wasn't even tax time. This was just something. You have to think about your household and everything else like that. Tell a story about like the pastor about like, it's literally about the household. So now my cousin who's 30, these kids have every shoe that comes out. This is something that goes on in the houses. Like these houses have problems with finances and everything else like that. It's what they put, their onus on and everything else like that. That's back in sharecropping. Shoes had to be clean and everything else like that. So that that's how you show some pride in yourself and everything else like. So it's not these new age moms, because I don't want to give millennials, like, millennials a hard time. So like, it happened before. It comes from somewhere. It just doesn't come out of nowhere. It comes from somewhere. The seed has sprouted. And so I want to put that out there. It's been planted, it's sprouted, and sometimes it grows bigger than an oak tree.
Well, yeah, and just to go back to Felicia's question, I'll say it like this: it's not just tax season, because the kids at our school, whenever the shoes come out, they all know it because they all show up with them at the same time. Whenever them Jordans was, y'all remember my video back a couple of summers ago, right before school got out, when them Jordans came out and everybody showed up with them at the school, and the one little boy had the fake ones. But that's literally so they don't wait till tax season. They do it, but again, we have to teach. And I think if we get the kids to say, I just imagine what the conversation would be like if a kid learned at school about having a better relationship with money.
I'm gonna tell you what's the difference.
And the parent said, and the kid went home and told the parent, I don't want no Jordans. I can wait. My Jordans I got now still good. I can wait.
You do have some of those kids.
Yeah.
You do have some of those kids. You see some of those kids at prom time who don't want especially the girls, who don't want the red bottoms, who are like, "Ma, this is too much. We need to be saving our coins because I'm going this way."
Or, "Mom,
and everything else like that.
We need to move. So I don't need you. I don't need no prom party.
Yeah.
I don't need the prom. I don't need the $3,000 prom send off. And that's just for the send off. That ain't costing what you spent. I don't need the camel and the sand.
No, we don't. You know what? That was overkill. Or I don't need the 3 cars and the 2 dresses before I even get send off to prom.
Right. I don't need my pre-prom dress and then the prom dress. Right.
Right.
Right. And then the after prom.
That have all been made.
But that's the mentality, though.
Stop. our counterparts are out here buying David's bridal, or they going,
Man.
or they coming into the neighborhood, to our Latino ex neighborhood that sell all the bridal gowns, or the ones from
Nah.
from the 17.
They going to
wait.
Nordstrom.
And they're getting $350 or
Dollar
$200 dresses. Matter of fact, I saw one girl getting her dress. None of the dresses are in there are over $80, and she was getting her prom dress and everything else like that. We got to stop getting these $900 dresses made, or getting these bubble coats that look like fake Burberry made and everything else like that. We got to stop. Who are you impressing at the end of the day? You can't take it to the grave with you, and nobody else can wear it, because it was made for you and tailored for your body.
It's just the idiocy of, it's just like, and again, well, I'm gonna move on because I want to get to use this last 20 minutes on this article. I believe we're gonna try.
I don't
but
think you should.
huh?
I think you should let it wait.
I'm just of the mindset that we that's part of why we're so behind, and unless we take the opportunity to teach ourselves, meaning educate ourselves, there's enough of us that know that we can teach ourselves. We can teach our own people that part. We can teach our own people about credit. We can teach our own people about financial literacy. We can teach our own people about the importance and the meaning, the meaningfulness of owning your own.
But who's going to teach you for free? I mean, and I'm asking because there's too many of us out here. It's a lot of y'all out here.
That's a good question.
It's a lot of y'all out here, because I mean, I do it for fun, because I like to see people's numbers grow and everything. So when people ask me, like, girl, I'm like, girl, do it yourself. Like, stop giving Lexington Law Firm $70 a month when you can do it for $40 or for $20.
Or stop giving H&R Block and Jackson Hewitt your money.
Yeah,
and learn to
so
do your
like,
taxes yourself.
who gonna do it for free? Like,
Right.
That's the next campaign. Like, because I don't need to help you change your credit score or get this pulled off, for $50 a month or anything else like that as part of this team that's a pyramid scheme and everything else like that. I don't need to do that. We need to help each other, but we too busy trying to.
But we good on that though. We're sucking each other in on them pyramid schemes. On the what was the thing called?
Susu.
The susu. We good for rounding each other up for the susu, but we won't round each other up to go to a credit seminar, how to fix your own credit. We won't round each other up for that.
Because I remember telling a coworker, another coworker, I was like, "Girl, talk to them bill collectors." Like, it ain't nothing to be scared of. They through the phone. Like, you a keyboard thug. Don't talk to your bill collectors. Like, also, it depends on from what time you talking to them. Like sometimes you don't have to talk to them, but talk to them, especially when you walking around with your taxes being snatched and everything else like that. There is always a way, and we have to help each other. Like, and sometimes you have to let go of the embarrassment and suck up the situation. Like, you let this happen. And now you need help.
And that's the part that hurts us the most, is we would rather hold that bad stuff hidden and allow it to continue to hurt us versus exposing it to somebody that can actually help you and get rid of it. We'd rather just keep it hidden and say, man, so now every time you go to buy a car, you pay X amount. Every time you go to try to find something, you need a cosign. Or every time you got to do this, because you won't just bite, even though you've had opportunity after opportunity to get your stuff fixed. Yeah, you could pay somebody to fix your credit, or you can sit back and do the research and figure out how to write them letters yourself. These credit people that you have paid $600, $700 to redo your credit. Let's be very, very clear. And I don't mean to offend nobody. I know that's your business. Make your money. But here's my problem with these credit agencies, and a lot of our black folk are real good for lack of better words. I don't want to use that term, but taking advantage of our own people. There's nothing that they're doing that you could not do from your own computer in your own house with your own time. Nothing. They don't have access to something that you don't. They don't have a secret in on something that you don't. They just read the book, or somebody told them. Somebody gave them the game so they could come up, and then they trying to get the same money. There is no secret that it's not, look, but we don't know, and because we don't, we suffer in silence, and our people are constantly held back because of it. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because we don't push our kids to that next level of the understanding. And a lot of it, like you said, is because the parents don't know. And like you said about your friend, you know, her mom and them didn't know because they pushed it that way. Right? We've been misled by a system, and then because that system misled our people have continued to mislead us. And at some point, we have to say, okay, if we're going to, that generational wealth, there's going to be a generation where that wealth does not exist. But what we can do is set up the generations to come so that it can exist, right? The whole purpose of your history is to learn from it so that the same mistakes aren't made. I would love to know how many of our children and their parents and grandparents will never know what it's like to own a physical house. Because their moms have been renters, their grandmoms have been renters, and their great-grandmas have been renters. Meaning they've been making somebody else rich their entire generation after generation after generation. And it's not that they weren't capable, it's because they did not know. And the Bible tells us, see how we go back to that our people perish for lack of knowledge. They perish for lack of knowledge. That does not just mean because they didn't know the word. It means because they just didn't know, period. People perish for lack of knowledge. Right. Oh, grandma, exactly. You know why grandma owned the house and the kids lost it? Because somebody got in the kid's ear and told them, hey, you want to come up on some stacks real quick? Man, just refi that house, man. Refi that house. House was paid for. House paid for. Or you didn't own that grandma died and had 10 payments left. And all you had to do was make the payments. Or all you had to do was pay the taxes. And what you do, the refinance thing came out and somebody told you, man, you sitting on 15 stacks in equity. You got 30 stacks in equity. Man, go on get that. That's what happened. You had a crook that probably looked just like you and me come tell you to go on and get this. They helped you get the loan. They helped you fill it out. You look. It was PPP before PPP. They helped you fill out the loan application to take the equity out of your parents' house that they bled and sweat for, and you done went and took out $20K so you can floss in Miami or New Orleans or the Bahamas or wherever. And then when the come time, and then the second mortgage you took out wasn't fixed. It was ballooned. So they tell you, man, you take this out, man, only got to pay back $200 a month. And that bad boy ballooned to $1,200. And now you done lost grandma's house. Now you paying rent to somebody else when you owned All you had to do was pay taxes. But that's because somebody else connived you. And a lot of times it's us. We want to get ahead. I'm the mortgage guy, and I need to close on some more mortgages. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to where I know my people looking for some money, some right now money. Hey man, take out this second mortgage on this house, man. I got you. I got you. I do all your paperwork for you, so I can get the credit at my job, and you mess around and lose your house in a year. And now you looking for me, because you lost the house. Or you ain't looking for me. You too ashamed to tell people what happened. We got to get out of that. We really do. We got to get out of that. But Felice, you're absolutely right. Most of the houses on the block where my mom still lives, all of those houses were family owned. All of them. And I can tell you right now, that only a handful of them are family owned. The majority of the people on my mom's block now are renters. I can probably count on one hand how many physical homeowners still own the properties on my mother's block, and she is one of them. But the majority of them, that was a block full of homeowners, property owners. And they when they died off, they left it to their kids and grandkids, and they lost it. Lost it. Either because of mortgages, or either because they just didn't pay the taxes, or they were never taught. They were never taught. And then we don't know anything about wills. We don't teach our children about wills. How many black folks know how many people right now, how many kids, how many 15, 16, 17-year-olds can you say right now, do you know what a will is, and do you know what the purpose of a will is? One of the things I loved about my mentor was he was all about financial literacy. He made it a point to make sure that all of his stuff was in order. He made it a point to make sure that his stuff was in order, so that there would be no confusion. I ain't got to be fighting with the state about this. I ain't got to call Cook County about no deed. I ain't got to worry about transferring it. It's already written and it's down. And when that person closes their eyes, that thing activates and the stuff just automatically transfers over. How many of our people actually take the time to do that? Your parents or your grandparents pass away, they got a car that they done paid for, and it's in their name, and now they done left here, and you just driving the car. Is it your car? Right? You just driving the car, or they pass away and they own the house. Well, grandma owned this house. Well, now what? How do you get the house out of grandma's name and put in your name? Or now you got a bunch of grandkids fighting for grandma's house. You ain't even come check on grandma, but you over here in the house. If you had a will, there's no discussion. You get a will, there is no discussion. Oh yeah, me and my mom talk about all her stuff all the time. I can't say what my mama said about the left and right cheek. I can't tell y'all what she said.
All my mom's stuff is in order.
I know your mom's stuff in order.
Everything is in the bottom shelf.
I know. Right.
Everything has been spoken about.
Right. My mom, I even know the medicines that my mama take. So because I want to know what she took. She was taking what? Yeah. So we've had those conversations. And you know, again, the financial literacy piece. You know what? It's a whole lot of funerals going on. Our people aren't prepared there either. Insurance. I'm tired of the GoFundMe funerals. Over the GoFundMe funerals. Over putting all that money in the ground on funerals. Y'all going to buy a little man who done got shot a whole Jordan outfit, brand new Jordans to put in the ground. To put in the ground. Just so you can have, I want the full casket open because I want them to see his feet. Open the full casket. What? You spend all that money to put it in the ground. Now, that's family preference. I get it. I understand. But that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money because once they're buried and gone, look here. Once they close their eyes, it's a wrap. That's why everybody already know. Come on, light the fire. Tanya let y'all know what park the cookout gonna be in, cause that's it. It's gonna be. We ain't doing no. Although I have been kind of shading myself towards a good memorial service or something, but you can have it in the park though. I don't want that. Come on out and eat and drink something and talk stuff to each other, not on the microphone. But again, we owe it to ourselves, to our people, man, to advance better, to advance better than what we've been doing. Because what we're doing ain't working. Right? We getting 1 or 2 here or there. How about 10 or 20 here or there? How about 100 here or there? I see all these great graduation pictures and all that stuff, and I am so excited. I get excited when I see all these young brothers getting excited. Getting accepted to all these great colleges, and it's great to see all these black folks getting accepted, right? But at the same time, there should be more and more and more and more and more of them, right? In the words of my cousin Homer, more and more and more. But we gotta do a better job. Speaking of celebrating our black people, I want to give a shout out real quick to my cousin. I should have put her picture up on the thing. Maybe I'll do it on Monday. Because my auntie Monique sent me this, and now I don't even see it on my phone. Where did it go? Jesus Christ, can't keep up with nothing. She sent it. Oh, here it is. My auntie Monique sent. So I told you all I had a cousin who she's a junior now in high school. She'll be a senior next year. Already got a full ride scholarship to The Ohio State for volleyball. Remember I told y'all that? Was that last year? She got that scholarship? I think I told y'all that on the air. So now
90 seconds.
My auntie Monique she sent this out to everybody, and it said that she got this letter from USA Volleyball. She has an opportunity now to possibly play on Team USA for volleyball. A high school senior. She'll be a high school senior next year. But she's that good that she has an opportunity to possibly play on Team USA Volleyball. So she got the letter and everything. It says
60 seconds.
Read the bottom part of the letter. It says specifically, we're extending you an invitation to be a part of the USA Women's U18 National Training Team. This group will train in Anaheim, California from July 17th to July 24th. From this group, 12 athletes will be selected to travel with the FIB U18 World Championship taking place in Durango, Mexico from September 20th to the 29th. So she'll be a part of the team of actually helping. They have to have somebody to play. She's actually going to be there with the team. How cool is that? How cool is that, right? So it's a great opportunity for her. So my shout out to my cousin Chelsea Thorpe, man. She is
10 seconds.
She's gonna be somebody huge, and I just wish there was something else to do after volleyball. There's no professional, unless she's gonna do the beach thing and get paid. But I was just like, wow. All right, y'all. I did not do my article. Now, oh, you know what? And I should have did this too. And maybe I'll do this Monday. I should have said this, and I'll send you the picture so you can get them. I'll just tell you where to go get them on Facebook. My auntie had the privilege of being on a Zoom call with President Barack Obama. Had the privilege of being on a Zoom call with President Barack Obama a couple of weeks ago, and it is pretty cool. And so yeah, shout out to her and her students. Her class got picked to be one of the people that he interviewed. So they got to come in, and my auntie teaches history. So she had the privilege of being on an actual Zoom call with the former president of the United States, man. So big shout out to her and the rest of the crew. Let's pray and get out of here. Father God, we want to say thank you, Lord. We just thank you again for having this wonderful opportunity, God. We thank you for this platform. We thank you for this place. God, we thank you even for the cold and the rain. We say thank you because we know it was needed somewhere. God, we just ask right now that you continue to be a covering for those who are in need. God, continue to uplift those who are in mourning. God, continue to feed those who are hungry. Continue to bless those who are in need. God, continue to just be a hedge of protection around those who sit in a seat, God, where they may be in danger or there may be in some sort of turmoil. God, continue to be a hedge of protection around them. Now, God, as we get ready to leave this place, whenever your presence, God, we continue to pray for those here in our church, God, who are going through. God, we send another special prayer up for Brother Stanley Stovall and his recovery from his fall. We say a prayer and we thank you, God, for the successful surgery for our sister Anita. God, we just continue to pray for all those who are going through. Special prayer out to the Sibley family on the loss of their father, brothers and uncles. We just say a special prayer out for them. Again, and a prayer out to the McCray family here at Ebenezer and all those who are still going through the mourning and grieving process. God, we know that you are a healer, you are a deliverer, and you can do anything but fail. So, God, we lift these prayers up to you right now. In the mighty name of Jesus, we pray. Amen. Hey, y'all, look, I got to go. Look, do me a favor. If you have not gotten your ticket, if you know anybody, let me say this. If you know any vendors, anybody who has some amazing product, send them our way. Forward them to any of the Facebook pages that you're watching on right now. Forward their information. Hit those messages or email ttloshow@ttlomedia.net. Any of the Facebook pages that are there right now. Do that if you know someone. If you know anybody that has a food truck, or they're licensed to sell food. They got to have a license because they won't let them do it in Country Club Hills without it. If you know somebody who is a licensed food truck or has a licensed whatever, even if it's a grill, if they got a license to do it, food handler's license or any of those things, send them my way. We are too excited, but I want to have a large selection of food trucks at this event. And, we're looking for some vegan food trucks. If we don't already have a Jamaican jerk chicken truck, we're looking for one of those too. When I see one on the side of the road, I'm going to pull it over. I'm going to pull it over like the police. Excuse me. But I almost said pull over, but I ain't going to do it like that. Eddie Murphy joke. Y'all don't know that one. But anyway, if you know any of those people, send them our way. We would love to have them at our event. Definitely would love to have them at our event. It's going to be a great time. Don't miss out. Amen. All right, y'all, look, we got to go. In the meantime, hold on. I was supposed to play this earlier, but I didn't. And we're going
to end on it.
We're going to end on it.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it first. I forgot. I know it's in my. Oh, here it is right here. Because Because only a minute. It's a minute, right? Yeah.
It's about a minute.
Minute and some change.
Yeah.
We gonna end on this just in case y'all have a rough weekend or something like that. I know some of y'all are saved, and most of y'all are saved, but y'all get tested and tempted all the time. Here is a song that we hope gonna help you get through, and the folks that want to bother you, it's gonna help them. It's gonna teach them a little something too.
Try Jesus, not me.
Huh? Come
'Cause
on.
I throw hands.
Where are my cigarette lighters?
Try Jesus, please don't try me. Because I'm fine. I know what he said about getting slapped. But if you touch me or mine, we gon' have to scrap. So, try Jesus, please don't try me. Because I'm fine.
Or I can do it. Want me to do it?
I have no problem laying these
I said put his name in there, or I can do it.
Try Jesus, don't try me. 'Cause I throw hands. Try Jesus, please don't try me. Because I'm fine. Oh, you said, turn the other cheek. Oh, but this one part of the Bible that just don't sit right with me. So try Jesus, please don't try me. 'Cause I find I have no problem laying these hands.
I had to, y'all. I had to. Look, we gotta go. Y'all have a good night, man. Look, look, try Jesus. Huh? That's all. Look, I'm trying to save lives for y'all people that choose violence. I'm trying to save lives. Y'all be blessed. We out.
With your hands lifted up.